Well, we've entered Jersey Boys territory. See, this is it's time now for you to let it rip on these songs. Alright. Well, Jersey Boys opened so many doors in my life. Like I told you, I was sung for Elon Musk. I would never have sung for Elon Musk if I had Jersey Boys. Presidents and all the, it opened up a lot of doors, okay? One of the things that it opened that was just such a pleasure to do was Barack Obama appointed me to the President's Committee on the Arts and Humanities, and he sent me all over the country.
Woo!
He sent me all over the country, working with mostly one of my biggest activities was working with little kids in schools and bringing arts into schools. My territory was Des Moines, Iowa, which means when I run for president someday, I've got street cred in one of the first states. But there were people that joined this program, this particular program. I did a lot of other things as a member of the committee, but this program was called Turnaround Arts, and it also serviced some schools in California, Title I schools that were struggling, and we brought arts into the schools. We gave them a B12 injection of the arts across all of the subjects, and everything rose up. The parents started coming to the school. They would make murals in the hallways. It just brought everything up from the ashes. And we had people like Frank Gehry, the architect, and he invited kids from Title I schools into his atelier and showed them the models and talked to them about how to make the models. It was a wonderful program. And we parked it at the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, so in their education department, so it's still going strong. Josh Groban was a turnaround artist, etc. I mean, a lot of us, okay. All right, I digress. So, one of the things we did was, remember when we opened relations with Cuba for just a little bit there? Yeah. One of the things we did was we had an arts delegation to Cuba. It was the first in American history. He sent American artists to Cuba, and we did this exchange with Cuban artists in Havana. He sent people like Usher, Dave Matthews, the violinist Joshua Bell, the artist Chuck Close, Usher, Did I say Usher?
Yep.
I said Usher. Oh, Smokey Robinson. And me. Okay.
Woo!
Okay, so we go to Cuba, right? And one of the things we did that day, or it was 4 days, one of the things we did was we visited a school. There were these little kids, 7 to 8-year-old kids, it was like second grade. They're wearing these cute little bandanas. Oh my God, and I got another digression, but I gotta tell you guys. Okay? All right. So, I go into the classroom. And by the way, of all those people, who do you think was the most popular with the kids?
You.
I'll tell you why. I go into the classroom, and of course, you know, I'm very patriotic, and I know, you know, Cuba. I'm wearing my LA Dodgers cap. Because I know Cubans create really good baseball players. So I was there recruiting 7-year-olds. I visit this classroom, and you know, at the end, we take this big picture for the AP. If you do a search, you know, on Google or whatever, it's like John Lloyd Young Cuba, and there's a picture, and I got this little boy in my arms, and the whole class is with me. And he's wearing the LA Dodgers cap. All right, anyway, I just thought that was, you know, time. Okay, but that's not the story. So, why was I the most popular guy in that class? Or, you know, of all those people, Usher, Smokey Robinson, everything. Why? Because I go into the classroom, and I go up to the chalkboard. I'm fluent in Spanish, la pizarra. I go to la pizarra. And I write, in chalk, I write something in English. And I say to the kids in Spanish, I say, "Hi, my name's John Lloyd Young. I'm from the United States. We speak English in my country, and this is a song I'm famous for singing. I'm going to teach you some of it today. Niñas grandes no lloran." Okay, big girls don't cry. And I said, but, you know, they're 7, 8 years old. So I said, but, you know, it's just a song. If you're sad, you can cry. I'm a good California liberal, right? I don't know what to say. Okay, so it's okay. You can cry if you want. Okay. Actually, I wrote, big girls don't cry, I caramba. I was having some fun. I don't know if Barack Obama would have liked that, but I think he was probably busy with other stuff. He probably didn't know. Okay, so, all right, why was I the most popular guy in the classroom? Because I gave 7 and 8-year-old kids in their serious middle of this, you know, the school day uniforms and everything. I gave them permission in the middle of the school day to sing at the top of their lungs. Yeah. 7-year-olds like to do that. So, I'm going to ask you now to dig deep down into your soul and find your inner 7-year-old Cuban. Okay, I got some nice. I told you I was during the Jersey Boys section. I told you I was gonna tell you something that Craig Pilo and I have in common. Back here, this guy back here. Okay. I'm gonna stand aside so you can just get a good look at Craig. Guess what Craig Pilo has survived? Craig Pilo has survived working 14 years
with you.
Frankie Valli.
Wow.
Woo!
And not only did he survive working for the real Frankie Valli, he also survived 8 years, right? With Jersey Boys. Wow. Many of them at the Paris Theater in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So,
I saw you.
So I'll tell you this much. I am in good hands here with this guy. And you know another thing we have in common? We've been doing Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons songs for 20 years now. Both of us. So I'm in good hands with this guy. One of the things that I'm asked so much all the time is, by everybody, is, did you ever meet Frankie Valli? And of course I did. You think a little Italian guy from New Jersey, from that era, is going to let any guy play him without approving of it? Right? Especially in a movie. I'm like, of course I know Frankie Valli. But this guy knows him a lot better. Right? I mean, this guy's had fights with him. Yeah, he yelled at us. I was afraid of Frankie Valli. I never to argue with him. I guess because I played him. Like, you argue with Frankie Valli, you end up in the trunk of a car. That's what you like to believe. He's a single girl softies. Okay. All right. So anyway, I digress. So, did you ever meet Frankie Valli? Yes. The other question, then after I did the Jersey Boys movie, is, oh, by the way, I didn't tell you this in Act 1, but in the lobby when you leave, copies of that album I've been singing from.
See, you have a second floor.
And also I signed movie posters, Jersey Boys movie posters, so if you're interested in okay, so after I did the Jersey Boys movie, then the question wasn't, did you ever meet Frankie Valli? It was, what was Clint Eastwood like? Well, Clint Eastwood was very much like you would expect him to be. He knows that he is known as a tough guy. And let me ask you this, okay, it's rhetorical, but I think you're going to know the answer. If you were known as a tough guy that no one should mess with, would you let them know that wasn't the truth? No. So he knows. And he's enjoyed that for many years. So if Clint Eastwood wants to get rid of somebody, that's annoying him, he just needs to glare at them and but the real Clint Eastwood is a complicated guy. He's still an artist. I mean, he's still an actor. He's still kind of a softie. He told me, he said to me, I never had problems with drugs, I never had problems with alcohol. My problems were with women. and there's a part of Clint Eastwood that is much closer to the character he played in The Bridges of Madison County than to Dirty Harry. And here's the story. I'll tell you this story, and then we'll do some more singing. But this is a popular story that I tell. Clint Eastwood has never killed or hurt an animal. You would think Clint Eastwood, with this Dirty Harry and the 45 Magnums, would be out there shooting squirrels every day. He doesn't believe in it. He just has not hurt an animal. This is how far he went with that in the Jersey Boys movie. Okay? There's a kind of a famous line from when Frankie Valli's career is kind of falling apart in Act 2 of Jersey Boys on stage, and he's taking crappy little gigs everywhere to pay off a debt that he assumed to save the group. And there's a line. He says, I was running all over the map like a cockroach. Okay? Well, that idea made it into the film script. Okay? He's in this period where he's playing all these kind of crappy things. He's like touring alone, away from his family. It's a down period. And he's in a dive cafe, greasy spoon kind of place. And he's sitting at the counter. You know how some of those diners have a placemat, and it's the map of the United States, right? So he's sitting there with a coffee, and a cockroach runs across them. In the script, it says he smashes it with his coffee cup.
Oh.
You know, Clint would have none of that. So, on set, we had a dedicated cockroach wrangler. He was, you know those little Tupperware like Kool-Aid containers that have you can turn the thing on the top that has a grill to hold the ice back. You know? So he had one of those, and inside it was one piece of paper towel, and there were like 6 cockroaches on it.
Oh.
You know, the lead cockroach in his understudies. And so we're sitting. I'm sitting at the cafe counter, and we're, you know, and also Clint is also very strict on set. He came up in television, and television was very, you know, it's supposed to move very fast, but he got annoyed when he was an actor that directors wasted a lot of time. So when he became a director, he doesn't waste any time. I mean, he's on the green. 5 o'clock, he's playing golf, whatever. He moves really fast, okay? You're not even sometimes giving a second take. Like, you gotta know it or else it moves on, okay? Well, this cockroach, I don't know how many takes as it wanted. So I'm sitting there, and, you know, the cockroach is supposed to walk across the map. No, it doesn't walk across the map. It walks off that side. It falls on the other map. And he's like, don't step on it. It's cockroach. And, you know, he goes and he finds it and puts it back, you know. And every time, you know, he was right off camera, setting the cockroach up like this. Like, okay, action. And sometimes the cockroach would go into my lap. Anyway, you got as many takes as you want. So that's Clint Eastwood, kind of same thing. All right, here's just you know, let me sing another. This next Jersey Boys song is one of the top favorites of all the songs on the album, because when the album came up, I was always curious what are the most popular songs. And when Apple Music was this new thing, I think at that time it was called iTunes. You know, you could look at a whole album and then they had these little thermometers. You could see which were the most popular songs. This was forever. This was the third most popular of all the songs. This next song. Okay, the day we were shooting this on the Jersey Boys set, and this is just a Hollywood story of how things go in Hollywood. A lot of stuff in movies, you know, a lot of your acting is what you ignore off camera. We can't take my eyes off you. He did a tracking shot, okay? Because Frankie Valli is coming back from a dark period. This is his comeback song. And Clint Eastwood wanted to get into Frankie's mind. And you do that with a close-up shot. So as Frankie Valli singing the song, the camera is getting closer and closer and closer to me. Okay? Well, there's a little caboose on the side of the camera, you know, like Robin with Batman, you know. Clint Eastwood sitting in it. And so as the camera gets closer to me, the dirty hair in his face. So when you go back to Jersey Boys and you want the movie and you want to see if, like, you know, I know how to act, just remember that when you're seeing Frankie Valli feel his career come back, I could feel Clint Eastwood's breath on my face. It's what you ignore. Okay, so the day we shot this next scene, I'm nervous because the song acts in the movie as a lullaby. My little daughter asks for it as a lullaby. And I had just met her that day. Movies move really fast. I didn't even know her last name. And I had to be believable in this tender moment, so I was nervous already. And Clint knew it. Well, the soundstage that we shot this on was right across from the big soundstage at Warner Brothers where Ellen shot her show all those years. And the movie that Clint did before Jersey Boys was called Trouble with the Curve. And he was in it. His co-star was Justin Timberlake. So Justin was on Ellen that day. I say Justin like I know him. He was on Ellen that day. And I'm doing this difficult scene. And Clint Eastwood allowed Justin to come and visit. And 5 feet off camera, as I'm doing this tender scene with this actress I just met, this little actress. They were like horseplaying 5 feet off the camera. So go back to the movie, and the acting is what you ignore, so just know that. I was ignoring Justin Timberlake, okay?
Famously, Dustin Hoffman, after he shot The Graduate, was on the unemployment line until he was famous and he had to go, he was out of a job after he shot The Graduate, and then it catapulted him, right? Well, so I was in between jobs, and I took a job ushering a Broadway show because my survival job was transcribing raw news into transcripts for the editors. So the ABC would do an interview with someone like Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears. They'd send it over. I'm sorry, Kevin Federline and Britney Spears. It was one of my favorites because every time they cough or say or something, it's a whole line, and you get paid by the page. So I love that. I love that because it's like, and like there were whole pages like that. It's like, my God, I'm gonna make a fortune on this transcript. I worked the graveyard shift, and I loved it because I got to be up at night. I'm a nocturnal guy, I'm a theater guy originally, so I'm up at night, late at night, and then I would get to audition during the day or rehearse or whatever I was doing. And so I decided to take a job that would be earlier to keep me near the theater, and I took a job as an usher at a Broadway show. So I would usher the show, and then I would go to the transcription place, and I was the only one in the place, and would do these transcripts. Okay. Well, there was a song in Act 2 of this show that I was ushering. That is it's a beautiful show. It was 42nd Street, the revival of 42nd Street. It was a song in Act 2. And I listened every night. I used to watch the understudies practicing the wings behind it. I was paying attention to when someone would go on and learning, and loving it, really. So, okay, a year later, I'm starring in Jersey Boys, okay? So from usher to star in a year, right? Jersey Boys is the biggest hit, and we had really smart, let's say, shrewd producers. They knew that if they had this big hit on their hands, and an audience wanted to go see these hot young guys playing the Four Seasons, they'd have to go to their theater to see it because they had assigned to in our contract that we couldn't sing any of the songs from the show outside the show without permission. So that they had good control over the fact that if you wanted to see us, you had to go to the theater to see us. You couldn't have us in your backyard for your wedding. But people wanted us. People wanted us to come to their events. It's New York City. People have galas, they have dinners, and they wanted the Jersey Boys. Everyone wanted the Jersey Boys, and we wanted to do some of that stuff. Well, but we couldn't. We weren't allowed to sing Sherry. We weren't allowed to sing Can't Take Us If You. That's a conundrum, right? Well, our music director said, okay, well, John Lloyd, you need a song that hits the things that the songs that you sing in the show hits. That the audience is not disappointed. You need a song about eyes. And you need those notes that you sing in Sharing Baby. Well, wouldn't you know that the song in Act 2 of 42nd Street that I listened to every day as an intern, or as an usher, having no idea that I'd be starring on Broadway, that exact song became our workaround for this contractual thing. I went into all these places as this newly famous kid playing Frankie Valli, and we didn't get a single complaint. It's my oldest chart in my book. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
All the stars out tonight. I don't know if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I only have eyes for you, dear. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky, 'cause I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a garden or on a crowded avenue. You are here, so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for you. I told you we had Usher, we had Dave Matthews, we had Smokey Robinson. Okay, we had this bilateral dinner at the end of this 4-day delegation. All the Cuban dignitaries and all the Americans were there at this dinner together. And my friends, who were also on the committee, I was like the kid on the committee. You know, we had people like Anna Wintour, Titans, and then me. And how to work actor, really, at that time. Like, I was doing all this stuff for the Obamas, a volunteer, but, like, I had to make a choice. You want to do cool things for the White House, or, I don't know, you want to do a production of Gypsy somewhere? Well, I chose the White House, but I ran out of money really fast. Anyway, I did these great things. And so, in Cuba, these older people who were kind of in charge, they were like, hey, we have this great idea. John Lloyd, you're a singer. Let's set you up at the final dinner. Why don't you sing a Smokey Robinson song to Smokey? I mean, okay, so as if that weren't enough pressure. By the way, corroborate this, Craig. If you can sing Can't Take My Eyes Off You in front of Frankie Valli, you can sing a song in front of Smokey Robinson, right? Frankie Valli's a lot harder to please than Smokey. Okay. Anyway, but it's Cuba. Every single meeting they handed us a mojito. Every night we were smoking Cuban cigars in El Country. We were taking advantage, right? If you know anything about singers, if you're a high falsetto singer, you better not be smoking and drinking. But, I was in Cuba once. Was it not going to do it? So it's good rum, too. Okay. All right. So, I think adrenaline sometimes takes you really far as a singer. I made it through. I did it well enough so that on our way back to LA, Smokey gave me a seat next to him in first class. I was flying for the government. I was in coach. I didn't care. But he invited me into first class with him, so I think I did okay. And I have not been smoking or drinking, right? Yeah? So I'd probably be fine singing it right now. But here's the song I sing. 2, 3. I fluent Spanish, and I wanted to sing a song in Spanish. And it was written by someone I said to the Cubans, a neighbor of ours we have in common, written by Gabriel Ruiz of Mexico. And This is that song. But first, for those of you who don't speak Spanish, this is, remember the Princess Bride. Remember when Wesley would say, "As you wish." Right? So it was his way of exalting Princess Buttercup and saying, okay. So in Spanish, those of you who know, usted is a formal address, okay? So the character in this song, there's a woman he sees as above him, a class above. And so he uses this formal form of address. And the song is that he is so in love with her, and she seems so unattainable that he's just tearing him up inside. Sounds kind of Spanish, right? Tearing him up inside. And all he wants to do is just to kiss her, and have permission to kiss her. That's what's going on in the song. So here we go. 2, 3.
Es la culpable de todas mis angustias y todos mis quebrantos. Usted llenó mi vida de dulces inquietudes y amargos desencantos. Su amor es como un grito que lleva aquí mi alma y aquí mi corazón. What more can I ask? There is nothing to be desired. Peace came upon me, and it leaves me weak. So sleep, silent angel, go to sleep. Sometimes all I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. All I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. All I need is the air that I making love with you and let me peaceful, warm and tired. What more can I ask? There is nothing to be desired. Sometimes all I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. All I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. All I need is the air that I Peace came upon me, and it leaves me weak. So sleep, silent angel, go to sleep. Sleep, silent angel. Go to sleep.
Thank you so much. My name is John Lloyd. Jerry Sternbach on piano, Lipson on bass, Fred Pilo on drums. Thank you to Tim who runs this place and all the staff, especially Sarly on lights and Jimmy on sound. And then, hey, this crew is fantastic. How about a hand for this crew at the Barclay? Like I said, my turn to CD is out in the lobby afterward, as well as the Jersey Boys movie poster that I signed. I'll be at 54 Below in New York City next week doing a set of Broadway songs. That's where I started. I'll be in the heart of Broadway doing Broadway songs. And we're live streaming on November 9th, so you can watch it from here if you want. All the information is at johnlloydyoung.com, where you can also find all of my social media links and where I'm playing next and when I'll be back in this area next. So won't you come see me? I learned something from Rise of the Devil, which I think is pretty classic. class, she'd be sweating and like melting through all of her clothes and everything at the end of the show, giving everything to her audience, and then she'd say to the audience, "You've been wonderful." And I think that's pretty great. You've been wonderful. Thank you very much. These are the eyes that never had a smile till you came into my life. These are the arms that long to lock you inside every day and every night. Oh, here's the soul of which you've taken control. Don't you know I'm trying to show love is a ride? Oh, show and tell, just a game I made when I wanna say I love you, girl. So show me, tell me, and you feel the same way too. Say you do, baby. These are the hands that can't help reaching for you. You're anywhere inside. And these are the lips that can't help calling your name in the middle of the night. Girl, and here is the man who needs to know where to stand. And you know I've done all I can, so decide.